What's up, y'all? Welcome or welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, Queen Faith here. If you are brand new, go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below. Go ahead and join us over here. And of course, if you're not, welcome back. Always glad to have you. I want to ask y'all a question. I'm going to give my perspective, but down in the comments, I need y'all to let me know what y'all think. This is for people who are dating and in a relationship because you done been through this. Is it okay to be in a relationship where y'all have arguments? And by arguments, I don't mean y'all fussing, cussing, fighting. I mean more so you have conversation, explaining different perspectives per se, because to argue does not mean to elevate your voice. I know some people have just been in such terrible situations that that's the only way they know how to argue. But argue doesn't necessarily mean it has to be such a harsh fighting type thing. What happened was I ran across something on social media and the guy was saying, basically get rid of the girl who want to argue. He didn't necessarily say argue all the time. He said argue period, which makes me think that he thinks that everything's supposed to go his way. Because what does happen in life, and that's not just in relationships with the opposite sex, it's also in friendships, you have to have hard conversations. There's not going to be a time where y'all are always going to be on one accord. It'd be lovely for everybody to be, we just always there, but you're two completely different people. You like completely different things, therefore there's going to be differences. And for you to say somebody who isn't going to argue and bring that type of energy, my thing is, what's the type of energy you're talking about? He said something else. I'm not going to put it in his mouth. I'm not even going to say who it was. But it was along the lines of somebody who going to act right. And I don't necessarily think that y'all have differing opinions about something is somebody who is not necessarily for you. Depending on what different opinion is and if y'all are able to listen to each other. Because I think that's the reason why relationships tend to not get to where they are supposed to, is because you have men like him, but you also have women like him who don't understand you are legit with another person. And y'all are not going to be in agreement on every single thing. Y'all should not be in no shouting, fighting, throwdown type situation. But you also can have healthy discussions about your differences. But it doesn't seem that they're okay with that. And it seemed, it's just me. Maybe I don't need to follow this man. It just seems like he thought that he got to say something and she couldn't say something back. Because if you say something and I agree or disagree with it, I'm going to voice it, whether I agree with it or I disagree with it. Now, I shouldn't always voice the things I disagree with, but I do. I'm going to do better. But that's how things happen. So I don't think you're ever going to find someone unless they're unhappy. You're never going to find someone who y'all don't have to have those discussions. Because if y'all don't have to have those discussions, it means that she's pushing everything down inside of her and she's not being able to have a voice, and she's really losing herself if she's not able to voice anything that she has to say. And it seems that that's the type of person he was looking for, which also might be why I'm not going to say it, but it might be why he was, I'm just not going to say it. But anyway, y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think about it. Are arguments healthy? I feel like arguments has a bad connotation because arguments have turned into these super elevated not listening to each other conversations and fights, as opposed to actually having a conversation about a disagreement in mature adult tones. Like I said, let me know down in the comments what your thoughts are. I personally think this man or whoever thinks that you're never going to have a disagreement with the person you're with, they don't want a relationship. I feel like they just want to hop from person to person because they don't want to grow. I feel like people help you grow. As people take the term all the time, iron sharpens iron. What you don't understand is you find you a piece of iron and y'all sharpen each other. And if you're with somebody and you don't too much care about what they got to say about what's going on, then guess what? That person is not for you. But you can't say just because there's a disagreement that you need to let that person go. No, you need to be willing to listen to another perspective. First of all, we're adults. You need to be able to listen to another perspective. You need to be able to respect another perspective as long as it ain't stupid. You need to be able to respect other people's perspectives. And you also need to understand that you are not right all the time. Because if you are in a situation and you think you're right, then you're going to look at that person every time they say something. You're going to tell them to shut up. You're going to tell them all types of stuff. So that is one of the biggest failings in relationships, because I saw that and I said, no, you didn't. Because what you're not going to do is tell me that I can't have a disagreement with you. Anyway, like I said, drop your thoughts down in the comments. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel.